Alright everyone, this is the Baldur's Gate 3 hardest to easiest boss fight tier list. So, we're coming up, I'm gonna do another playthrough of Baldur's Gate coming up within April or so. That would be my fourth playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. And I have liked the game better over that time. I've played 3 playthroughs already now. But I haven't played the game in a while. But I thought leading back into the game, let's do a early 2025 on how to rate the hardest to easiest bosses of this game, or the enemies of the game. So some of these, I've done this as, you can see, even never forward, I can do it in one go. Pretty average, maybe die once or twice. Challenging, tough, hard, and Lord of Bones. That's an easy one. So let's get into it. So it's getting interesting. I'm just looking it over, because this is honestly the hardest game I played. It's a different game to what I usually play, but considering I did it on the easiest level and I still struggled a lot in my first playthrough, it was definitely one of the hardest games I have played. But after now 3 playthroughs, let's see how the game, and I've done it now on easy. I started out on, what's the normal difficulty? The easy difficulty, the normal difficulty, and tactician mode I did on my, rate these. Anyway, so let's start off. This is Kefric form. I haven't hardly fought him. He can be challenging, but I would say it's an average. He's not that bad, especially, I think you can find him twice. I don't think I've really fought him down where it's Myrkul. It's more the one at the top. But that one isn't too bad from what I remember. It's not really a difficult fight. It's actually a pretty fast fight if you actually get his health down easily. I'm not sure if the Night Song helps in that, so can't remember that. I know he does for Myrkul, but anyway. Yeah, I'd put that as an average. Oren. There's two different ones to this, because Oren is tough, but when I did the Dark Urge playthrough, you just basically fight her one-on-one, and that was actually way easier. So I think in the first 2 playthroughs I did it the other way, so I would put it as a hard. But after doing the Dark Age playthrough, that was easy, so I'd put it to tough. But on my first 2 playthroughs, it would have taken me a few hours to defeat, so I don't know where to put that. I would say, if there was 2 of them, I would have the regular one on hard and the Dark Urge one as tough. But for this, I'll put it as tough for that. There. I think this is the dragon in the final battle to the Netherbrain. I haven't really fought it, but I haven't killed it, so I don't know where to put it. I'd say never fought, because I've never actually killed it, but I've actually never assistants that I bring in the battle basically deal with that while I focus on getting to the brain. So it's not really one that's not really a focus. It's more getting to the brain. So I'd put that as never fought, because I've never actually, I don't think, killed it. So that's that. Now this one, I don't know who that is, so I'm going to put this as never fought. So I don't know that one at all. Yeah, I can't picture it, so I'm just going to leave that as never fought. So I don't know who that actually is. So yeah, just let me know who it is. Maybe you can let me know. This is the second hardest boss in the game, and Ansor it's a ridiculous fight, because what it really annoyed me in the first playthrough was we get this quest, let's get this dragon that's going to help us. Nope, when we get there, it's to kill us. I hate that. I really hate that, and the fact that it's a really hard fight, and I think they actually changed it in the latest update. It's even harder, because he does this huge electronic explosion that you cannot get out of the way of at all. I think if you do it on Tactician, it's an instant kill. So you need the shield globe to basically protect you. But that's the problem because it's got so many layers. And I don't think it really has a weakness as well. You got other couple of enemies to deal with while having to deal with the dragon. It's a hard fight. It's, I think, a fight that's unnecessary as well, because it's not a main quest line fight, but it's part of Will's side quest, and I feel like the way it was set out, I feel it was unnecessary. We didn't need this fight, or there could have been a way to talk Ansor out of it. I know it's part of the Emperor reasoning there, but I think it's unnecessary fight. Alright, this is going in its own tier. This is the hardest one in the game, and I would not have put it there after my first playthrough, because I got so incredibly lucky with this fight. Absolutely lucky with this fight, because if I took... Okay, here's the thing why it's the hardest one now. Because on my second playthrough, it took me 4 hours. On my third playthrough, it still took me about 3 to 4 hours. And the thing is, I don't look at cheats. I don't like looking at how to really defeat something. I want to figure it out myself. I don't know if I had the right companions for it. I don't know actually who's really good for this, because he's just too strong. And it's not necessarily Myrkul that's hard as well. It's the other enemies in that battle as well that make it really annoying. Because you got to free Aelin. And Aelin can be good if she does not stop missing the friggin' hits. Why does she always miss? It's just so frustrating. So that's the other reason. But, stick around for this, because at the end, I will show you my first playthrough and how I got so incredibly lucky. And I defeated Myrkul on the first go. But this would never happen because I did it on the easiest level by then. This would never happen again. It was incredibly lucky. I have no words to say how I did it. But anyway, I'll leave it there with that. But Myrkul is the hardest boss. It is in its own tier because it's the longest fight I've ever done. Ever. It's just so... It's hard. It's infuriating at times. Oh, I should also show you my other final playthrough. It was on the last one. Another hit and we would have died. So stick around for that. Anyway, we're going to go through some of these quickly. This is the Hag, yeah. I would say this is a challenging one. It's an early on fight. And yeah, this can definitely be challenging. I didn't actually kill her. I did kill her. I pushed her off the cliff, and there was actually done after that. But if you keep her alive, you get a... Do you get something? I think you do get something, a reward from her if you don't kill her as well, from a speech check. So it's better to keep her alive, and you actually meet her later. And that fight is a little challenging again, but it's basically about the same. So I would say that the two fights are in the challenging tier. Oh, I forgot this dude's name. I'm putting that in challenge. Now, this was a hard one on the first playthrough. This wasn't hard on the other two playthroughs after that. So you have to remember, this was at this point of the game, at the end of the second act, I was on the easiest level, and I was still struggling. I won't tell you exactly why it was hard. Basically, it's my mistakes. It's the game mistake for not introducing new players to the game and explaining the game mechanics well. A couple of reasons. I multi-classed in my levels too much, and I was not leveling up well because I did not max level. I didn't know the max level was only 12. I thought it would have been much higher like other games. And initiative. The game doesn't explain initiative, which means I'm complaining why I'm dying before my players even get a turn. There. So that's why, that's a game fault. That is on my fault as well. But I say it because this one was easy on. Well, I did it in one go on regular mode and then tactician. So it's not a bad one. After that, I just completely messed up. Oh, and I had to use potions as well to become immune to poison, because that helps really well. But it's still a challenging fight if you don't obviously do the right things. Now, this one I don't know. I've never fought, because I think I got out of that fight with a speech check. I actually don't know the name of that. This one is the Steelwatch Titan. I'm putting that as a behind Orin as a tough. This one is a tough one because it's got the other steel watches. If it's just that one and focusing on that one, it's not that bad, because you know its weaknesses, and it's actually easy to bring the weaknesses down when it tells you, here, go now, to bring in more damage. But it's still a challenging fight. He does a few explosive rounds, lightning rounds, I think. And yeah, with the other steel watches there, it's definitely a challenging one, a tough one at that. This one, the Booglet, I think it's called, one go. I didn't fight this thing in my first playthrough. It's not I didn't, I just missed out on it. But then on my second and third playthroughs, I've actually had no problems with these. I've defeated them in one go. On regular mode and tactician mode. So these are not too hard. I think the key thing is just spreading the team out, putting them around each other, around the Booglet, so the Booglet finds one enemy, and then you can just focus on damaging it. And it deals a lot of damage as well. This is the boss fight that honestly is... I still don't understand this boss fight, Cazador, because it's better to not talk to him with Asterion, because this is one I had to look up cheating, because it's like, okay, Asterion is trapped, and after 3 turns, he's dead. Now, I thought I figured it out, but I didn't, and they ended up all dying. So instead, the cheat is to start the battle before getting to the steps to start the conversation. And you can bring Cazador damage way down, and with sunlight or daylight spells, and can make the boss fight easy. But besides that, the arena for it and the enemies and Cazador, it's definitely a hard fight. On my first playthrough, it took probably 3 hours. As well, it's a challenging one, and I think after 3 playthroughs, again, it's still pretty hard. Even just doing the little cheat of that, it's still a challenging fight if you don't do it right. So there's that. This one, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna put that as never fought. I can't tell by that photo. This one, I think, is the first one you fight in the ship when Captain or Commander Zalk. Yeah, there's nothing much to it. It's just like the first tough one you fight at the game, but you're basically focusing on getting to the button, I think, to escape or something. So yeah, there's not really much to the fight. You get a trophy if you defeat him, which I had to do on easy mode. Not in the first playthrough, but I actually went back and just did that, just so I can tick that off. But besides that, it's not really much to go with. The Warden, I would say this... I think that's the Warden, right? Or is it... I think it's the Warden. I would say that's a... It's an 1 go to average. I would say a high 1 go, because... It's not really one... I think you can fight them in the prison, but I haven't yet. I just mainly find them in the main Moonrise Tower's main fight. So you're mainly focusing on other enemies as well around there. But it's not really one that's interesting. So I'd say it's a 1 go fight. I haven't you know, oh yeah, that I think it's the one that has the slow spell. So that can be challenging, but it's not really hard to take them down. It's just if you don't take them down with the spells. I think it's a she as well. It can be tough, but I'll put it as a one go. This, I don't know who this is. I think I have fought this, but I cannot remember. I cannot remember that one. So I'll put it as never fought. The Toll Collector I'm putting as hard. I don't think I've even defeated... I think I've defeated it once. I've just randomly found it in my first playthrough. It killed me instantly and never went back to fight it because I thought, no, screw that. And then I think on my second playthrough... I don't even think I did it on my second playthrough. It might have been the third playthrough that I did it. But it's a hard one. It's still hard, so yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one that... it's an annoying one because you cannot get out of the fight without giving them money. So it's like, there should be another speech check to get out of it. But no, for some reason that one, you can't get a speech check to get out of it. You gotta give her money or you die. So I think it's that in itself makes it hard. And yeah, just the fight itself can be very tough as well. Like you can get smashed out in one hit. I think so. I'd put that as hard. Gortash I would put as it's behind Orin. But Gortash itself is not hard. It's the traps that make it hard. It's really annoying, the traps. Gortash is not too bad a fight itself until he, I think, expands into the second phase where he gets bigger. Yeah, the ending to his fight is definitely more harder. But the whole fight itself is mainly tough because it's him and the enemies and just mainly the traps. That's what makes that one hard. Grim, I'm putting as a high tough. This one baffled me. I didn't fight it on my first playthrough. I did it in my second playthrough. This one is just baffled me for a simple fact of, but bludgeoning it's his weakness, and then at some point immune to bludgeoning. And I thought, what in the hell? Apparently you need the lava back on for Grim to have its weakness for bludgeoning, or just give it damage. But if besides that, no, it's immune to everything. I think that is just poor. I hate when it does that, especially when you've got it all the way down and then suddenly immune to bludgeoning. It's like, what else? What? What else are you supposed to do? Anyway. Yeah, Grim, it's a tough fight as well. And I hate when he calls in the other minions across there to distract in the fight. Nah, this would have been a good fight if it was just Grim by itself with just the lava the whole time. I think it's a good, tough, fair fight, and I'd put it as challenging, but besides that, no, it goes in a high tough. This one, I forgot the name, but that one is average. It's in the goblin camp. You're fighting the main goblins. Yeah, nothing really much to it. It's just one of the bigger enemies for the goblins. This one for the Githyanki, this one was a bit... I don't know which one this one is. I would put it as a challenging one because I remember I got out of the speech check twice, but in my first playthrough I found it really challenging. It's in, I think, for the Emperor's side quest, for that fight. That's definitely a challenging fight, so I'll put that as a low challenge. This one I forgot the name. Never fought anyway, so I'll put it there. The spider human person, I don't know, forgot the name of that one. This one I would put as a challenge. I'll put it as a low challenge. It's because I got out of the speech check twice in my second and third playthrough. The first playthrough was, I went to fight it, and I was like, oh, this is hard, I'll reload, because there was a thing where you can just keep quiet, but then you needed the lantern, so I went to, and then I had to fight them later anyway, and it was a pretty challenging fight, so I'll put it as a low challenge. Okay, Lorican, I don't know where to put this, because I found the biggest cheat for Lorican's fight accidentally. It's a tough fight, but I think now I can put it down as a high challenge. Because the first time I did this fight in my first playthrough, this took me multiple hours as well. And then I reloaded and did something else. Came back, still took me a few hours, reloaded, did something else. I then finally defeated Lorican. And then in my second and third playthrough, I did the sneakiest thing. Well, okay, so on my second playthrough, I put down sleep. Lorican went to sleep. Minthara came in right after that in the next turn, and I beasted Minthara up and like executioned Lorican in 2 hits dead. So I just did that for the third playthrough as well. It worked incredible. That was the biggest accident cheat I've ever done. It was that was really good. Besides that, it is a challenging fight. Besides that, but I would have put that as a tough fight if I didn't figure that out. Who's this? This is Malice, I think. Malice Thorm. Now, I didn't find this in my first playthrough. Did find it on the second playthrough. And got out of the speech check accidentally in the third playthrough, because I didn't know you could get out of that fight as well, surprisingly. So in my second playthrough, it was not a bad fight. It's not a challenging fight. I would say the other one's definitely more challenging. It was just a long fight. It just felt really long because he had very high health, but besides that, it wasn't really, really hard. So I'd put that as a high average fight. This one, I think, this is the dude that I think takes Isabel away. Now, I see, and this is the problem with this game. You don't know where this game is going. So it said talk to Isabel, but that is the worst thing you could do. And I did this straight away after going to the Moonlight Inn. And that's not what it's called, but you know what I mean. And it was like, okay, talk to Isabel now. And it was like, I feel like I've advanced the game significantly, because that was a big moment, it felt like. I forgot the name of it. So I actually reloaded and then just did all the other side quests in the Shadow Curse land. And then I did Shadow Heart's mission. And that cleared away the curse or something, you know what I mean? You free the Night Song, and then you get Isabel anyway, and that person doesn't come to take Isabel away. So again accidental, and again since that I was like, I'm just gonna leave it like that. This, I don't know what it is. Is this the because if it is, I'm putting this behind Cazador. This was hard. This took 2 hours, I think, on my third playthrough. This was really hard because it just keeps growing out all the roots and just tying you all together, and just sends out its other little small trees to friggin' kill you as well. So this boss was really hard. It took 2 hours. It felt hard. And that was on my third playthrough. Minthara, I would put as a low challenge, especially early on in the game. Actually, no, I'll put it to high average, because I'll put the other one there. Now, I didn't know you could do this as well. So in my first playthrough, I killed her, and then the second playthrough, I kept her alive by non-lethal damage, because that was the thing. I was looking up these videos, and there was all these videos with Minthara, and I was like, what? I don't even know who this person was. Apparently, it was the one I killed very early on in the game. So I kept her alive because she had so much things later in the game that was actually pretty cool. So yeah, always keep her alive now. I don't know who that is, so I'm going to put that as a never fought. I think this is Nur. Nur's not hard at all, especially if you go on his side. I did the fight in the second playthrough and the third playthrough, because in the first playthrough I did not want to do this because I was getting sick of all the fighting, that I think extended time so much that Nur was dead already. So yeah, that was why I said. But in the second and third playthrough, it was actually a pretty easy fight. It's a pretty fun fight actually, and it's even better if you actually are on Nur's side, because I don't really care for this character. So Nur ended up dead anyway. I didn't kill Nur. The other enemies killed Nur. So yeah, it's a one go fight. Netherbrain, I'd put as an average. I'd put this under the final fight of the game. Actually, no, it's a one go. Like, I don't know how would you put this. I would put this as a one go to average, because if we're counting the road to get there as well, I would put that as an average. But if it's actually the brain itself, then I'd put it as one go, because I've always killed it straight away every time we get there. So put it there. This, I don't know who that is. No, I don't know who that is. I never fought. I don't count. I'm not even counting that. I don't count that as a fight. Oh, actually, it is. I don't count this one. I feel like this is an unnecessary one as well, mainly for the reason because you can fight the kid's parents, but he then still goes to this porthole to go somewhere else that we follow, and the parents go there again, so you got to find him again, which is stupid. Yeah, if I had to, I'd put it as it is a challenging one. On the first time I did it, I'd put it as a average. The Spectre is low. I'd put it as a high average. It's not that hard. The first time I saw it was at the end of the game, in the final battle for the ending, the Spectre there, and then I came across it in my second playthrough. Bit more challenging because it was earlier on in the game, so yeah. But besides that, it's not that hard to take down. Didn't take a few goes. Only took a few goes. Owlbear, I would put as a one go. It's not that bad. I feel sorry for the baby, especially if you kill the baby, which I did in the second playthrough. No, I can't remember now when I did and didn't fight things, but in the third playthrough, I kept the owlbear alive and saved it later. So, yeah, there we go. The Spider Matriarch, I'm putting as a high tough, because you can fight this early on in the game, or you can come back and fight it later as well, and it's still tough. Yeah, it's a definitely a tough one, especially if it keeps transporting around. I don't know how you get the trophy for this. Kill it before it lays its eggs. It's really, really tough. Yeah, it took me a few goes. Oh yeah, that's right. In the second playthrough, I went invisible for it not to get caught. So I then came back to. I had to pick up the rock thing there, and then came back to kill it later. But definitely a tough fight. Draw Ragslid is a low challenging fight. This fight took me 3 hours, I think, in my first playthrough. But after that, it was definitely a much easier fight in my second and third playthroughs. So, but for an early on, this is definitely one of the harder ones, I would say. Is it harder than... No, because I think Ethel Hag is actually tougher. Was still tougher on my other playthroughs, while Draw Ragson was just hard on my first playthrough. Okay, Raphael. Now, I would put this as a low hard, because this is not the hardest boss in the game, as some say. It's a low hard because he has 666 health and can basically fireball a group of you in an instant and really take down your health. But I love this fight. This fight is actually the best fight in the game. I think it's the most fairest fight for what you get told beforehand. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be tough. Fine. I like that when they give you the warning signs. And of course the music is iconic. But for Raphael, it is a hard fight. It's not the hardest fight in the game. I definitely think the other ones are harder than Raphael because I defeated Raphael one go on Tactician mode. Now, I thought I got lucky. I actually then went back offline on my third playthrough. Yes, I defeated it. Oh no, okay, so here's the thing. I didn't fight Raphael in my first playthrough because I did not find the mission for it. Especially in the third act when there are so many, I just was like, I just want to finish the game now. I don't know where Raphael is. Because I thought he would just come up later on in the game anyway. But he didn't. So, and then in my second playthrough, it took me probably 2 to 3 hours. Some of it was my mistake because I can't really explain it, but basically I made it hard for myself. And then I went back, in the same playthrough, I went back to a later save the next day. And it only took like a couple of hours. And then on my third playthrough, I defeated him in one go on Tactician mode. Now, I replayed it after that offline to see if it was just lucky. No, I defeated him again and again in one go. So it's still a very hard fight, but it's not the hardest fight of the game. It's definitely the most funnest fight as well. I'll give you that. The Sevarok, honestly, I hate this one as well. This was one of the harder ones on the first playthrough. It's a bit easier on the second playthroughs. I would actually put that in front of that. Yeah. You know what annoys me? When you think you're about to defeat the boss and then he charges up and smashes 5 goes of hits on you and retains its health every time. That really annoyed me so much. I think the trick was you don't kill the other enemies. Go for him first or something. Makes it easier. So, yeah, that one was ridiculous. Besides that, got easier in the second playthroughs, but besides that, not really. This Githyanki, I don't think I've fought. This one I always get the speech checks out of, because I think it's better. It's funny. Now we got Viconia, which is... I'd put it there. It's a hard one, because there are so many enemies in this fight that is actually ridiculous. Like, there's so many enemies in this fight. It's just so... Yeah, I keep saying it. So many that it's ridiculous. Like, how many more enemies do you want to fight in a battle? And then herself just did the... I forgot the name of it. But she basically snapped her fingers and we all died. And that was... I had no idea that could happen. So, yeah. That's definitely hard in my books. This one, I forgot the name as well, but Githyanki. I would say this is a tough. Well, I did this one on my third playthrough. I found it pretty hard, so I stopped, reloaded, and went back later. Still pretty tough, but I got through it. So, yeah, I'd put that in a low tough. That as well. Now, Yerger, whatever his name is, never fought, always got out of the fight. Doesn't matter anyway, because he still comes up later in the Raphael fight. So, I think that's really annoying. So whatever, but technically I've never fought him in the where you first meet him anyway. So Ethel or the Hag. Was that for the second one? Well, I'll just put that out and then just put the Hag as 1 and 2 because they're basically the same anyway. So I'd put that as a low challenge there. So yeah, that was my tier list. Now, here is my first playthrough of fighting Myrkul, and honestly, I cannot believe the luck I had. So I'm going to try and commentate this and explain it to you. So, one sec. Okay. So, here we are. This is Baldur's Gate 3 Part 17. It's getting better, because I defeated Myrkul in one go. And I will commentate this as good as I can to explain why. But here we go. So, obviously,
Time to go!
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, here we go. This is gonna be a very hard fight that's gonna take 3 hours. I'm tired of this. This fight, if I couldn't defeat him, would have broken me, and I would have officially quit the game. Here we go, what's that?
Can I have some assistance, please?
And Lord of Bones gave it to me.
Oh, okay, we're doing this.
Keep in mind, I don't know.
I know they're in danger. Cannot fast travel. Fast travel. Oh, okay.
So his initiative was the first in the battle. So his brain minions and the I forgot their name, but this one all died instantly.
Oh, okay.
Watch this. Okay, so the brains go out, and this one goes to half.
Wait.
Can't get at him as long as the night song's caged.
So I'm like, okay, so I guess we can't.
Where's the night song?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Karlach is next. And then Ayla. Like, this is why it was so lucky.
What was all that? Wait.
I'm just.
Why did it? Okay, 1 sec.
What happened? What are you doing? Just no. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, because I was like, oh, maybe there was a way to get out of it. And I was looking. Yeah, I was looking for the night song. Yeah.
She's over there.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer is almost half
200.
dead. Myrkul is there, and his other enemies. Look how much health they've lost already. And look, Dame Aelin is the next one in the line. So watch what happens here. I have Karlach. Oh, you've got to switch to me.
Dull moment.
So I switched to Karlach. I have her I think I equipped her with the fast feet or something, which actually even extends the dash. Oh no, so, oh yeah, okay, so, yeah, I dash, but the small brains are not there, so it made it so much easier to walk past. Okay, so the Mind Flayer comes down, I think it misses me. No, it did stun me. But that's okay, because...
Okay, I'm not gonna bother targeting him.
Yes, good. What do I do with Shadowheart here? You can see how bad this is. I made Shadowheart as a monk.
On I go.
This is what I mean, because I thought you could multi-class high as well. No. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing. I think.
I speak, they burn.
Now again, granted, this is on the easy mode, but the fact that I was still struggling on other things on easy mode in my first playthrough made me think this was really easy. So I was taking a lot of damage. And then he goes up. Now he kills his enemies and kills the Mind Flayer.
Right.
And I'm still alive, which means Karlach now gets to Aelin.
How do we release her? Help?
Help! Yeah, so then
Okay.
this is why it's the biggest luck.
Now you were a
Yeah,
face to
then
match
she's
your
free,
soul.
so then smashes the hell out of Myrkul. No, that was a miss. But then bang. Like, ooh, okay. That's helpful.
Got to move.
Now keep in mind those
Fuck at level
skeletons
3, 40%
dead.
chance. Fuck.
So I actually
40%
have a lot of
chance. 25% chance.
gear I can do.
Enough movement. Fuck.
What do I do?
Fuck it.
Let's still with that. What did Gale do?
The big ones.
The big one.
Get the big ones.
That's right. This was really good.
30%. Nice.
Smashed it with the big one. The fireball.
One life to my life. Sustain me,
Now
Don't you
didn't
dare
do
kill her.
that much damage.
Fuck.
A little bit there, but just hit it for a little bit. Then Aelin comes in. Misses.
Fuck.
I don't know what she misses.
No.
So it smashed the shit. That was a big play. Went again. Went with another front hit. Got it again. And then healed.
Rough tempest I will
And
raise.
then Gale got the big
Girl,
one.
you gotta do it again.
Now it's only down to 50.
Ready.
And Shadowheart, yes, did that. On a 3. It was only 40%, but I think we hit here. No, we missed. They just all go there. Hey, there was... Myrkul does,
Shit. Come on, heal yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Let's get up.
Oh, I almost screwed it though because
Colette, come on.
I don't know what happened here. She jumps up and then falls.
Oh no.
Moving.
Fuck.
Yeah. But Aelin did a bit of damage. Yeah, a fair bit of damage. And then Shadowheart.
It's down to 9. Come on.
No, I think Gal finishes it again with the fireball.
40%. 25.
This one.
70%. Yes!
And that's how I defeated Myrkul
We
in one.
did it.
And I thought, oh, that. I think I say it.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Only to find out in my other playthroughs that it takes 4 hours to defeat it if you...
Impossible.
Yes. Okay, so here is my
Oh my.
third playthrough as the Dark Age. And I'm struggling. Like, I am 4 hours and 11 minutes in, and I started this fight at... actually... Well, about an hour, but I'm 4 hours in. It's been about 3 hours. And obviously, if you do it on Tactician or other modes, it's harder. It's like just getting it down as much as possible. That was a forgot the name. Just the arrows. Archery fighter. Bard fighter. So Karlach is dead, Myrkul's almost dead. Aelin keeps missing. Got the skeletons all around me. Shadowheart on the last go because she had pretty much one health. I put up a cloud of daggers. Just help. Will has got, not only 2 health left. Just trying to heal. So I copped almost that.
Aelin, come on.
Aelin hit a little bit. Oh yeah, he absorbs the enemy's switch. Right, a bit. Okay, so Will is down. Karlach is gone.
Let me strike true.
I just get then obliterated. So yeah, Will is down. Karlach is gone.
Need you now.
Aelin is almost done. Only got 2 damage and then a miss. So I'm gone, Will's gone, Karlach is gone, Shadowheart is almost down, and Aelin is 1 down too.
That's rough.
Aelin is almost gone. That was a big miss. I don't know what happens here. Do I do it in 2? Because that's still a lot of health left. No, because Shadowheart was even lower down in health. That's what I remember. I was just going for Halberry at this point. So Aelin is gone, so it's just Shadowheart left. Look at that. I don't know how Shadowheart stayed alive here. So there's a dash there. You got... Here, he gets this. Yeah, they just go there. So
And
this
it's
is
2
it.
Sacred Flame. Oh my god. Come on.
10.
Last much longer.
8. Because I put speed, potion.
Come on.
That gave me a heart attack. Down to 1 health. Because again, like, if I don't get it there, we're all dead and we're screwed, and I would have had to go back a bit earlier to do it. Intense.
Impossible.
After
Death
3 hours.
cannot take
Jesus.
me.
Anyway. Well, that was the
I
Baldur
am its
Gate
master.
ranked tier list, and I hope you enjoyed the little added on
My lord.
at the end there. So anyway,